I'm so happy to be in front of all of you here today on this platform, and it's great to see all of your smiling, amazing, beautiful faces. Just give me a smile. Smile at me. Oh, I receive it. It's infectious. What does happiness mean to you? Success? Power? Money? Have you ever wondered how to be happy no matter what your circumstances, what life deals you? Or would you like to be even happier than what you are right now? What if I could give you a solution to infinite happiness? I can see some people nodding. You're with me. Happiness it's contagious, it's free, and it's inside of you. And I can help you to pull it out. Growing up in the boisterous, fun-loving city of, you can hear my accent, Liverpool, renowned to have the best football team in the world, I believe. But I was aware of unequal opportunities. I was aware of the riots, also deprivation. I was aware of what some of my peers were involved in, what I could have actually got involved in, but I didn't, because I didn't want that for my life. Does anybody have experience of overly protective parents? Raise your hands if you did. Quite a few. I do. Strict Caribbean parents. And they instilled in me choices, and they ensured that I chose a positive path. But when I was growing up, I was told to speak when spoken to. I just want to show you this image of me. That was June 2020. And that was me celebrating my birthday in lockdown when I was isolated. And I wanted to make sure that I had a happy birthday, even though I was there by myself. So I got up, I danced, I sang, and I made a video and posted it on social media. Friends and family said to me, Rona, you encouraged me. They bombarded me with messages. Rona, you really cheered me up. But that wasn't my intention. I did it for me to cheer myself up. And that was when I realized that I wanted to delve into a strategy of what I do naturally, helping people to increase their happiness level. So, when I was growing up, I was told to speak when spoken to. But I literally followed that. Some of you may know the speak when spoken to. Yeah, but I followed it. Picture me, a child going into a sweet shop, and the shopkeeper looks at me, and I stand there. And he looks at me, expecting me to rattle off a long list of penny sweets. And I still just stand there, because in my head is speak when spoken to. And he looks at me baffled. And so he became so vexed that he punched his fist on the counter. What do you want? That was now my opportunity to speak, because I had that mentality of speak when spoken to. But that speak when spoken to brought shyness, actually made me a shy person. Well, gave me the label of shy, but it was an incorrect label. Have any of you been faced with an incorrect label? What did it do to your happiness or your confidence? Incorrect labels, they can cause misery. They can cause missed opportunities. They can cause stress, anxiety, so many things that you would not actually want on yourself, so many negative things. And I pursued success. But in pursuing success, I allowed objects and other people to take control of me. And I handed the power of my life over to others. That was until Bishop Dr. Wayne Malcolm said to me, Rona, negative labels, they are a result of fear. And that just hit me like a bolt of lightning, because I'm a person where I've trekked the Andes. I've walked from Chile to Argentina. I've taught an aerobics class on the top of the Andes mountain. And I've travelled the world to encourage and help people who are in dire poverty. So that label of shyness, it was an incorrect label, but it was fear. And I knew that my Creator did not give me a spirit of fear. And as God didn't give it to me, I no longer wanted it. So I refused to accept it. And I took ownership of my life. I took control. And I chose to be happy. Did you know that 74% of people in the UK felt so stressed that they were overwhelmed or unable to cope? That's 3 out of 4 people. I want you to do something with your beautiful smiles. Could you look at the person next to you? Just smile at them. Look at the person on your left. Smile at them. Look at the person on your right and smile at them. Look at the person behind you and smile at them. That was 3 people. I said 3 out of 4 people. You could actually be sitting next to somebody who needs a solution to infinite happiness. When I went to Tanzania in the summer of 2017, I went there to help people and to encourage the poorest of the poor. But I found an actual solution to infinite happiness. I met a tribe whose situation was dire. They'd been isolated due to HIV/AIDS. They had seen loved one after loved one after loved one die. Circumstances were way beyond their control. Yet, when I sat down and stood up and sang and spoke and danced with them, I saw something absolutely beautiful. They had moved from their chaotic exterior, and which their lives were, and they had actually, it was all well internally, internally they were well. I just thought, wow, that's amazing. They had transformed. They had literally transformed their lives. I thought, I'd like some of that. How did they do it? When I asked them, because they were just in everyday tasks, they were overjoyed with the things that they were doing in everyday tasks. And I just thought, this is strange. They had next to nothing. And I said to them, why are you so happy? We have each other. We are grateful that we have each other. We have relationship. We know our worth. And we practice happy habits and healthy habits. I just thought, my gosh, I came to Tanzania to help them. But what they gave me was so much more than what I actually gave them. They created an attitude of gratitude which raised their happiness altitude. You would want that, wouldn't you? You really would. You see, with being grateful, when you are grateful, you have plenty. And when you're depressed, you have empty. The chief said to me, Rona, although we watched people around us dying, depression did not set in because it's impossible to be depressed and grateful at the same time. Let me tell you about my father, Papa. Papa was the most jovial person I ever knew. He was just so excitable. He just bloomed and blossomed. He would light up any environment. Always had positive thoughts. But did you know that we have 60,000 thoughts per day due to the National Science Foundation, a study that took place in 2005? And of those, 80% of those thoughts are negative, and 95% are repeated. You see, nothing happens without first having a thought. So what better to try and have more positive thoughts? And even if you have 10% more positive thoughts, that's an extra 6,000 thoughts per day. Actually, I'd want more than 10%. Would you? Yeah, I would. Zig Ziglar says, if you see someone without a smile, just give them one of yours, because smiles are contagious. You can't help but smiling at that young boy in the picture, can you? The gentleman sat there on the front, beautiful orange top. He's smiling, and I can't help but smile at him. And that's why I said to you earlier on, I wanted to see your beautiful smiles. Because when I see that, I cannot help but smile back at you. I said, smiles are contagious. Those incorrect labels, they mean something. But it's time to actually obliterate those labels. Who believes that knowledge is power? Put your hand up if you believe that knowledge is power. Oh, my goodness, quite a lot of you actually. People do say that knowledge is power. Can you just keep your hand up if you believe that knowledge is power? Wow. Actually, no, that's not true. The application of knowledge is power. So, how are you going to apply the knowledge that you've been hearing? My friend Jackie, I met her the other day, and she had been suffering with stress. But when I saw her, she was glowing. I was thinking, hey? And I said to her, Jackie, what's happened? Rona, I've been writing 3 things each day that I am truly grateful for. Literally. And when I'm a little bit stressed out, I recall the things I've actually written. I recall them. And they transport me to a really positive place, the place where I was when I was truly grateful. And so she clings onto that. And she said to me, why didn't you try it? So I did. Started writing in a gratitude journal. And it was so great that I actually published my own. And I write in it 3 times. And today, what am I going to write in it today? I am so grateful that I am stood in front of you all, sharing this knowledge. I'm grateful that I can laugh out loud. And I'm grateful that you're listening to me. So, infinite happiness, does it exist? You can get close to it. And my strategy for getting close to infinite happiness is something which I've called G growth. Start with gratitude and then generosity, like your generous smiles that you've been giving to me all day. Relationship, like the bond the tribe had with each other. Ownership, like the control, taking control over your lives, taking ownership of your lives. Worth, valuing yourselves. Thoughts, like the positive thoughts my papa had. Health, healthy habits. Doing this, each day can make you happier. It can also get you closer to infinite happiness. Why don't you try it? But start with gratitude, because G growth can make you happier. But I want to ask you to do one more thing for me, if that's okay. Can I just see your infectious smiles once more? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.